Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. This is iAllegedly, and I've got a good one for you today because we have a very iconic factory. Another one bites the dust, going out of business. And another one that you've all heard of that I cannot believe they're having trouble with, something we use every day. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. And first things first, guys, I am in Monterey, California. It's absolutely beautiful out here, walking out to the ocean. But I got invited on a sea otter boat to go see the sea otters, the sea lions, the harbor seals, the egrets, all the birds, all the wildlife. Is very, very cool. So I'm going to put myself in the corner and you guys get to, see everything I saw today, which was absolutely awesome. It was really, really a fun time. But the Hostess company, think about this, guys. They make Twinkies. They make the cupcakes, they make the donuts, the little tiny donuts that everybody likes, the ding dongs, and the HoHos. Done. Their factory is closing right now. And think about this, 276 people are losing their jobs in Indianapolis. The J.M. Smucker company bought the Hostess company in 2023, and they were just going to make money hand over fist. Now, J.M. Smucker, who are they? They're the jelly company that makes all the jellies and everything. Couldn't make it work. In fact, last year they had $1 billion write-down, $1 billion that they lost on that. Now, we've got to get rid of the factory. Got to close it. Now, what they're hoping for is an investment, a lifeline, somebody to step in and save them. But guys, again, I haven't eaten that. I can't remember. I had to look up what this company made again because I haven't eaten that stuff in, a decade or two. They've even had one, since my kids were little. But we've all had ding dongs and all that stuff. But here's the point, guys. Junk food and crap is not selling right now. People are not eating this stuff like they used to. They're just not doing it. So this is terrible. It's sad. It really is sad. But it goes to the sign of the economy. What other factories are going to go out of business? It's crazy right now. It's absolutely crazy that we're seeing places like this go down. And the next one is Keurig, the Keurig company that makes the Keurig coffee machines. Well, they're getting rid of their plant that's making, the Keurig machines and processing the K-cups and all that stuff. Nope, gonna move it out of the country. So their Windsor, Virginia location, just fired 79 people. Okay, bye. See you later. You guys can sit there and say this is no big deal, but it's a huge deal. It's another factory that's down for the count. It's too much, guys. It's all too much. All these incentives, all these different things that are happening right now in the economy are not working in certain areas. People don't have the extra disposable income. And you can sit there and say, oh, Dan, K-cups are a waste of money. They're too much. They're too expensive. You can do whatever you want, guys. You can eat whatever you want, drink whatever you want. You can go out and get yourself, buy the fake K-cups and restuff them every time if you want. I've done that to save money. But when this company starts going down, what's going to happen? Are they not going to make those machines anymore? Who knows? Who knows? We've talked recently about real estate, and we are seeing problem after problem. Mr. Wonderful, Kevin O'Leary, steps forward, and Kevin says, pick up my friend's poop bag. Kevin says that real estate is going to be a big problem for so many people. We are seeing the fact that people cannot afford these interest rates, and no matter what the Fed does, it's going to make people to where they cannot buy the house of their dreams. So look at it this way. You're stuck with 6.5% interest rates right now. And you need to go out and you need to get yourself 30% smaller home. Just that's what you got to do. You got to buy a smaller home all the way around. And if everybody does that, they're going to be happier. Is that going to make them happier? I don't know. Who knows? Now, I want to remind you guys about AI and how nothing is private that you do. Nothing. Any conversation that you have in regards to AI, you should plan on it being shared. Grok, which is Elon Musk's AI platform that's on X, formerly Twitter, they just announced that Hundreds of thousands of conversations are searchable. If you know the subject matter of what someone's been talking about, you can go out and you can search that online on Google and get these conversations. Well, that guy's talking about no privacy. There you go. That should concern every single one of us right now. Now, here's another thing that's absolutely fantastic. The author, Margot Blanchard. I'm telling you this right now. There are writers that write things, business articles, Lancer from the Register, Andolfini, and Anolfi, okay, online, Market Watch, places like that. These people are fantastic. I've made videos from articles that these guys have done. And Margot Blanchard is a writer who was wrote on all these different platforms, and they found out, guess what? Everything she wrote was complete BS. It was completely fake. And this woman was made up by AI. She wrote articles about business and about different people and how they struggled in business as women and had all these different things going on in their lives. And she even wrote about how she had her first baby at 45 years old. Only problem was it was all made up. So all these different platforms are going out and they're scraping Margot, Blanchard's, articles, which I love this. Okay, I absolutely love this because it's fake. If you think that this is not happening in more spots, 2 years ago, Sports Illustrated had to get rid of articles because they were fake. They were getting timelines, quotes from athletes and different things like that. And guess what? They made them all up. So Margot Blanchard, all these different articles worldwide, getting paid. Here's how she got caught. It got caught. The fake got caught. Was, hey, we need your tax information to pay you. Oh yeah, I only get paid by PayPal or Zoom or PayPal or Venmo. And they said, no. We need your tax ID information. And then they started reaching into her, and there was no such person. So this person was made up and wrote articles about the struggles of being a woman and having your first kid at 45 years old, and it was all made up, and criticizing different things and making up all these heroes online that were just that, made up, fake. So I'm telling you this, guys. So many people have written me about job interviews and how you can have an AI bot do a job interview for you and you can sign up for 50. I mean, it's funny. I was talking about somebody applying for 50 jobs, and Mike Adams says, like, Dan, that's rookie numbers. People are doing hundreds and thousands of, interviews, and then they set up the real interview, and that's where the real person shows up. This is crazy town. And because it's in its infancy, you can go out and argue with people, and they're not even real. Remember that. So let me know what you think. Now, one thing that's interesting is, how do you guys feel about the 4-day work week? And I don't want to work more than 8 hours, Dan. I don't want to work 10. I don't want to work 12 hours a day. I want to work 8. But I want to work 4 days a week. So what the companies are trying to do is trying to dabble in this. Great article below about how one company did the 4-day work week and tried to set this up and then realized that people didn't like it. So let's do this. So let's go from a 4-day work week to going out and letting you pick what your schedule is going to be. And what people chose was they could work 7 days a week. Listen, if you want me to get the 32 hours in a week, I can do that, but I want to be able to do this on Saturday and Sunday. I want to be able to have Monday and Tuesday off. How about that? So again, it goes down to work ethic. Something I talked about in the last video that I got a kick out. I got 2 pieces of hate mail. One of them was from Ivy, who I said that people at that shopped at Walmart, some of them were fat asses that used the online ordering, and she took total offense to that because she says, I'm a full-time caregiver and I have to do this. Well, guess what, Ivy? I already wrote you and told you this. My late girlfriend, who I was a full-time caregiver for multiple years, we had to use grocery delivery. The point is that people in general are lazy. That was my point. It's not that people are doing this. People are generally lazy. Don't you want to pick out your own fruits and vegetables? Yes. But for someone taking care of another human being, God love you, lady. I mean, you're clearly doing God's work, and you need to be commended for that. And no one was ripping on you. What I'm ripping on is the laziness of this world and the laziness of society, where people don't have a work ethic right now. People, gosh, walk down to the beach with you, Dan? Seems like a long way. How is it? About a quarter of a mile. Oh my gosh. Can we just drive down there? No. Let's walk. People don't want to do things like that. People don't want to interact with other people. That's the problem. Walmart knows they have a problem, guys. This is not new. They know that they want people in the store. People impulse buy. People buy more things in the store, and they pick things out. People generally online shopping buy the same things. They don't try new things when they do that. Now, one thing that you can do, and again, Ivy, okay, be kind, okay? I was trying to make a point. Next thing, guys, is, Intel. Intel is going to sell 10% of their company to the United States government for a scathing $8.87 billion. That is unbelievable. You want to sell your business, sell it to the United States government, and they're going to finance this to save this company. Well, I think that shipbuilding is done. And I think that Intel has a huge, huge problem. Mike Adams sent me the greatest audio message this morning, and it was talking about how people in general, Dan, don't get it. They want to build all these factories here in the United States, and there's no precision in certain areas. When you have different, companies and countries, precision is a big deal. Precision in China and Japan, it's even bigger, he said. But when you're going to take this, you want to build a factory that's going to make microchips, Taiwanese microchips in Arizona, says it's not going to work. This is going to be a problem, and people don't get it. And I mean, that totally makes sense to me. It really, really does. So, is this the solution? Not everything can be made everywhere, guys. I believe that, So the other thing is, I am convinced of one thing in this world, and that is you cannot teach a work ethic. People will show up on time if they're built for that. People will turn the assignments in on time when they're supposed to. People will follow deadlines. People will do that are built for that. They're a whole separate group of people. Well, he said Tuesday, but Wednesday seems good, doesn't it, guys? Oh, I think he's going to be mad. How mad's he going to be? It's Wednesday, So this is the type of thing, guys, that it's going to be interesting to see what works and what doesn't. Now, the next thing is Canada. I get a kick out of Canada because of my last name and people that have the same last name as me that are not necessarily relatives of mine, but we've connected. Places like Alberta in Canada, they're furious. They want to secede from Canada and be their own country because they're so sick of it. And Mark Carney, their new prime minister, that sweet girl, just folded again to Donald Trump and is going to work out a deal on tariffs. Okay, again, one thing after another, guys. So do you think that these are problems? Do you think that these companies and these countries, these deals that people have made, I mean, I got a kick out of it. Trump talked about, hey, I'm going to start putting tariffs on furniture. Well, Wayfair stock drops, and all these other, companies that make furniture just had their stock drop to the floor. Stuff like this, guys, is not made here in the United States. All we've talked about over the last 2 years is all these companies that are not making anything here in the United States. You think Wayfair makes anything? Wayfair's just a middleman. Wayfair might as well be Amazon. So let me know what you think, guys. I'm going to finish this video with these last few things. First things first, don't forget we have a private channel called iAllegedly Live. It's very inexpensive. It's private. It is uncensored content. We talk about latest news of the day and things you can't talk about other places. Check it out today. Use the link below or put iAllegedly.tv into your browser and you can check it out. The next thing is I get a kick out of this. I was watching the news the other night, flipping channels, breaking news from Applebee's. I'm like, Applebee's? Applebee's has breaking news? Yeah, they've got a new menu for appetizers. And I'm like, how is this news? Who did they pay off to say that Applebee's had news. Now they've got a whole new list of appetizers and menus. Again, it'll be deep fried, whatever, okay? More Americans are jumping to buy now, pay later as they try to finance their lives and cannot afford, living through, today's economy. So again, guys, finance as little as you can in your life. I had someone write me out of Minnesota that bought a farm and said, please don't use my name, make it up. And the farm next door to him became available. And he said, Dan, I was not going to lose this place. I was going to go out and get this farm no matter what it took. I wanted to bid higher than my neighbors. It was a silent one-time bid. Like, you bid and that's it. So he had it, got it, but the interest rate in the loan, over 8%, 8.5%. So with that, he's like, I want to refinance and put it all together in one loan and see if I can do this. I'm hoping to get something at 6%. Keep hoping, man. I mean, there's the one thing. Farming's got a really good, positive vibe to it right now where people don't want to lose the farms. But I think you're going to be looking at like 6.5% is what I think. But again, it will be interesting. There's a lot of incentives, a lot of, SBA loans and things like that are out there. But I just don't know how big the loan amount is. Now, final news story is Paramount. I like Paramount Plus. My new favorite TV show is Landman with Billy Bob, and it's fantastic. It's just so good. And that's coming back out in November. But Paramount Skydance just had a merger. And I thought, well, gosh, these guys have got to be the two of the same size companies. No, Paramount has 18,600 employees. Skydance had 500. Okay, big deal. What's going to happen, though, right now is read the last article in the video description. They say it's going to be a bloodbath as far as the layoffs are concerned. Guys, think about this. One thing that experts have told me in HR and economists is, Dan, we haven't seen the layoffs yet. You haven't seen anything yet. This is the beginning of the fun right now. And the fun is going to be that more and more people are going to get laid off. The Paramount Skydance merger, they say, think about this. It could be easily 3,000 people getting laid off between now and Thanksgiving. Hey, happy Thanksgiving. You just lost your job. Oh, you can't afford your house payment? Happy Thanksgiving. So you haven't seen anything yet. Every sector is in danger. Every single job is in danger. I'm telling you this right now, guys. Be the most important thing at the company you work for. I don't care if you are sweeping the floor. You need to be on time. You need to do anything you can to keep that job right now and to make people think, well, we can't get rid of Dan. Dan's doing more than anybody else. That's what you want. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Hostess is going down. Keurig's down for the count here in the States. What's next? What's next? Okay? Email me hello@iallegedly.com and I'll see you very soon.